So already we see derivative of composite wall. So find out the heat transfer rate. Okay. So in this problem, see we find out the heat transfer heat per unit area. So that means Q is a heat transfer. So per unit area means that is a Q by A. So we find out the heat transfer rate with respect to per unit area. Then we find out the temperatures like temperature from various elements. We already see three types of element in the composite wall. This problem is also given as a three elements. Okay. So first we draw the pictures like three element. So before we go into problem, first read out the problem like the furnace wall consists of three layers. So the composite wall having the three layers, the inner layer having the thickness. So L1 is a 10 centimeter. Okay. So then made up of 5 bricks, the thermal conductors are given, that is a K is equal to 1.0 watt per meter cube. So that is a 5 brick. Okay, so the first element is a 5 brick. The intermediate layer, that is the second element, that is a 25 centimeter thickness. So L2 is a 25 centimeter thickness. There is a masonry. So there is a masonry brick. Okay, this brick having the thermal conductivity is a 0.69. So when compared to 5 brick, the masonry brick is a less thermal conductivity because the masonry brick having the hollow section out there. So we already see the normal brick difference in masonry brick. The masonry brick having the hollow section. Okay, so that is a thickness is followed by concrete wall. The third layer is a concrete wall. Okay, that is a thermal conductivity. When you compare it to uh, fire brick and masonry brick, the thermal conductivity of the concrete wall is high. Okay, so the first we build a fire brick. Okay, and then it's given us the second layer as a masonry brick. So first we get fire brick and then it is a masonry brick. Masonry brick, that means there is a hollow brick. The third element is a concrete wall. Okay. So there is a thickness L is given. So it is L1 and it is a K1. And there is a second layer, the thickness of intermediate layers, that is L2 and that is a K2. The followed by concrete wall, that is a third element, that's a L3. Okay. And it is a K. The thermal conductivity of third element is 1.3. So it is high when compared with fabric and masonry. So when the furnace is continuous operation, the inner surface of the furnace, the temperature of the inner surface of the furnace is 800 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the furnace is 800 degrees Celsius. So that means temperature T1 is 800. Okay. So inner surface becomes initial temperature, that is 800 degrees Celsius. The outer surfaces, the final temperature, that is 50 degrees Celsius. That is final temperature is that is not final temperature, that is a outer concrete surface is 50 degrees Celsius is the temperature. So find out the calculate rate of already told, find out the heat loss per unit area. That's it. There is a Q by per area. So we did not find out the area value, only find out the heat transfer rate. Okay, per unit find out the heat transfer rate per unit area. So then temperature interference and fire break, that is a first element and second element. So we find out the in between temperature and then a masonry brick and concrete brick temperature. Okay, just read on. So I give there is a three element. You take as this is the first element. Okay. So this is a fire brick. First element is named as a fire brick. Shortly named as FB. Okay. Next one is a masonry brick. So MB. And third one is a concrete one. I take as a CW. Okay, so three elements are there, and it's a temperature. So initial temperature, we know the temperature, that is a T1. This temperature in between, there is a 5 bricks and max brick, there's a T2. This temperature is a 3, and this temperature is T4. Okay, so already that thermal conductivity value also given, so K1 and K2 and K3. So each element having different thermal conductivity. So already given that's K is equal to 0.69, and that is for thermal conductivity K2, element 2, Manson brick, and K1 represents the 5 bricks, that is a 1.04 watt per meter Kelvin. And ceramic wall, sorry, there is a concrete wall. The concrete wall represents the K3, that is a 1.37. Okay, and then thickness value is also given, that is a L is equal to, that is a represent the L1, the distance of these to these, and this T2, and that is an element P3, that is a L2, and this distance represent the L2, that is the L1. Okay, so first of all we write out the given data. Okay. So given data are given, that is a L1, L1, that is a 10 centimeter. We converted into 10 centimeter into meter. That's a use of formula, use of meter. So it's like 0.1 is a in meter. And the thickness, and again find out the thermal conductivity. So in 5 brick, that is a 1.04 watt per meter Kelvin. And then matched brick, that is a L2, that is a matched brick L2 is 25 centimeter. We convert into meters, that is 0.25 meter, and K2 is a 0.69 watt per meter Kelvin. That is the thermal conductivity of matched bricks. Okay, so again go for concrete wall, the L3. There's a distance of there's a thickness of concrete wall, that is L3, that is 5 centimeter given. So we convert it into meter, 0.05 meter. Again write the thermal conductivity for concrete wall. The thermal conductive concrete wall is 1.37 watt per meter Kelvin. Okay, so the inner surface, the temperature of T1 and T2 are given. Okay, the temperature of T1 and T2 are given. So finally find out the value. Sorry, temperature T1 and T4 is given. So already given, because the temperature, like this is the exit temperature, that is a T4. Okay, so there is a T1. So just to name it, the initial temperature, that is a T1. This is a inner surface temperature in the formula given, that is a 800 degrees Celsius. Okay. So we use a Kelvin in the formula for the thermal conductivity, converted into Kelvin, that is 2 plus 273. We finally find the values in temperature in Kelvin, that is 1773 Kelvin. Okay. So the exit temperature T4, that is a 50 degrees Celsius. So already know that there is 800 degrees Celsius. Okay. So that is a T4 is a 50 degrees Celsius. So converted into Kelvin, that is 273. And finally we get plus 273, 23 Kelvin. Okay. So these are the given data from the problem. So we find next to find out the temperature. So what they calculate the transfer rate with respect to area, per unit area, and temperature T2 and T1 we did not know. Okay, so what are the find outs of from this formula, sorry, from this problem? That one is a heat transfer rate, temperature between fabrics and natural bricks, and temperature between natural bricks and ceramic wall. These are the our finds. Okay, so just write it to find Q, that is a heat transfer per unit, And next we find out the T2 temperature, that is in between fabric and masonry bricks, that is a T2. And third one to find temperature between masonry bricks and concrete. Okay, so we have to find out these three values. Okay. Okay, so next we find out the heat transfer rate with respect to per unit area. Okay, so before we know that heat transfer, okay, so we know that heat transfer formula from the derivation equation, that Q is equal to del T divided by R. Okay, so that is a thermal resistivity. Del T, already know that the heat transfer, that is a change in temperature, that is the initial to final temperature, T1 minus T4. So in between T2, T3 is a we find out the value, but the initial total heat transfer rate is initial minus final. That is a initial temperature is 800 minus 50. That is a final temperature. Okay, so that is a thermal resistivity, that is R. Okay, so this is a composite wall. So we already know that the R value of thermal resistance is equal to S1 by HA A plus L1 divided by K1A plus L2 divided by K2A plus L3. There is a three elements are there. Okay, so there is L3 divided by K3A. So that we stop the equation, and then 1 by HB A. So there is no given of heat transfer. There is a represented heat transfer coefficient. That is a convective heat transfer coefficient. So we neglect the equation. One you write as a thermal resistance, or is a L1 divided by K1A plus L2 divided by K2A plus L3 divided by K3A. Okay, so the equation taken as a value like a in the all the equation, we already find out the value like per unit area. Okay, Q per unit area. Okay, so just we taken as a or a as a common value. Okay, so 1 by a into L1 by a, sorry, L1 by K1 plus L2 divided by K2 and plus L3 divided by K3. Okay, this is all value. Okay, just to put on the R value in the Q equation, this equation. Okay, just to put on the equation, thus we get the heat transfer like Q is equal to, that is a unit area, per unit area that representing A, Q area. The T1, that is a del T named as a D1 minus T4 divided by L1 K1 plus L2 K2 plus L3 K3. Okay, so we know that the value of T1 and T4 and L1, L2, L3 and K1, K2, there's a K2, there's a K2, K3. So put the all the values in the formula. That is T1 is a 1073 Kelvin minus T4, that is a final temperature, that is 373 Kelvin divided by thickness. The L1 of thickness represents the distance, that the thickness between thickness of fire bricks. Okay, that is a 0.1 divided by thermal conductivity, that's a 1.04 plus L2, the thickness of masonry bricks, that is a 0.25, and thermal conductivity is 0.69. Okay, then the ceramic wall, that is sorry, concrete wall, that is a 0.05 divided by, and thermal conductivity is 1.37. So you solve the equation, finally find out the heat transfer rate per unit area, that is 1515.24 watt per meter square. Okay, this is the first value. We find out the heat transfer rate per unit area. Okay, next we find out the temperature, that is a T3 and T2 and T3. Okay, that is interference temperature in between T2 and T3. Okay, T2, the temperature of fire brick in between temperature between masonry brick, and T3 is a temperature of masonry brick in between water, that is a concrete wall. Okay, these are the next we find the temperature T2 1 T. Okay, so we write the equation from before we write the T1 minus T4 from R. Okay, so we write as the equation like T1 minus T2 gives R1, and T2 minus T3 gives R2, and T3 minus T4, this is R3. Okay, we write the equation like this from this equation. Okay, so we find out the this equation, that is the Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R1. Okay, okay, so we know that R1 value, that is R1 is equal to, before we know the thermal resistivity, R is equal to L by Ka. Okay, so that's the R1 is equal to L1 by K1A. Okay, K1A. Okay, we put the equation R1 in this equation, that the Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L1 K1A. Okay, so again we solve it. Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L1 divided by K1. So this is A is go on to this. Okay, so we already find out the heat transfer per unit area. This value we already know, that is like that is from this. Okay, okay, the values are there. Okay, so put the values this equation from there. So Q by A, that is a 1515 to 4.24. So we know the T1 temperature, the initial temperature 800 degrees Celsius, we convert the Kelvin. So 800 degrees Celsius plus Kelvin, that is 273. We get 1700, that is 1073. Okay. T2 divided by, we did not know, we find out the T2 value. Okay, so L1 already know, that is L1 is 0.1 divided by K1 is a thermal conductivity 1.04. Okay, we solve the equation, we get the T2 value. Okay, we get the T2 value. I think we get the equation nearly 927 Kelvin. Okay, unit is very important. We put the temperature in Kelvin, so finally we get the another temperature in Kelvin. Okay, so 927 Kelvin. That is a T2 temperature. That T2 temperature is an interference temperature in between what? Fire bricks and masonry bricks. Okay, that is a T2. Next, we find out to T3. Okay, so before we simplify the equation from this. Okay, so this equation not from or use this equation or this equation. Any equation you can find. We already know the T2. Okay, and then you know the T4. Okay, so any equation you find out the T3 value. Okay, so similarly we use this equation, that is a Q is equal to T2 minus T3 divided by L2 divided by K2A. So how is formed? That is K2 divided by, that is R2. Okay, so the A value should be go on there. That's Q by A. That is becomes a T2 minus T3 divided by L2 divided by K2. Okay, so we know the value of T2. That the T2 is 927. Okay, so T2 is a 927 minus T3 divided by the L2. That is the thickness of masonry bricks. That is a 0.25 meter. Okay, divided by 0.69. That is a thermal conductivity. Okay, so Q by A, that is a Q by A. Already we will find it first. We transfer 1.5.24. Okay, so we solve the equation. We get the T3 temperature. Okay, so the T3 temperature nearly 378 Kelvin. Okay, we find the interference temperature in between masonry bricks into concrete wall. That is a T3 temperature. Okay, first we find out the QA. Finally, we write a result QA, that is at 151524, the 1015 watt per meter square. So and then temperature too, in between difference temperature of the like fabrics and massive bricks, that is a 927 Kelvin, and in between the temperature of the centigrade temperature of massive bricks and concrete wall, that is a 378 Kelvin. So finally we find out the value. Okay. So next class we see about the another problem related with the cylindrical compost.